What's up, everybody? It's your girl Q1, and I am back with Love During Lockup, season 7, episode 2, 999 years. Before I start, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video I drop. Make sure y'all like the video so I can send an algorithm, okay? I just want y'all to go around to Mrs. Best and Watch Your Mouth Reviews channels. We done 11 o'clock this morning. We actually reviewed episode 2 live for Love During Lockup. So that was a good time over on Mrs. Best channel. Y'all, her description, both descriptions will be in both platforms will be in my description box. All right. So y'all, let's just go ahead and pick up this episode, because episode 2 picks up with Justin telling Emily he won't be seen by the parole board until next year of October. He had a fight. He got caught with a batch of wine, I guess, that he made. And Emily starts to cry. She says she won't be leaving. She's gonna stick it out. And then she started screaming. And I was like, you hoes is just a glutton for punishment. Because ain't no way. But hey, that's y'all. Y'all are way better women or men than I'll ever be. Okay. So we meet 54-year-old Aisha. She is a IT consultant, and she is with Michael, who is 45, and he's there for drug trafficking and parole violation, I guess. Child. So she's been swiping left and right, up and down, round and round on a Facebook dating site, and she have not seen anything. She swiped at least over 500 times, and she hadn't seen anything until she saw him, a picture of him. So she sent him a message, and she thought she was a scammer. You were in jail, but you thought she was a scammer. But I get it. You got to protect your peace. And he tells her, so they get to know each other. And he was like, listen, I just want to tell you something. So she was like, you married, huh? He was like, no, I'm incarcerated. And I've been incarcerated for a while now. And so she said that she fell in love. And I was like, girl, your man is a jailbird. But okay. Anyway, Michael is looking to be released in the next 6 months. That is up in the air. Okay, that is definitely questioned at this moment. Okay, so again, they've been dating for 6 months. She's never met him in person, but she's wanting to go visit him. And I was like, okay, girl. Oh yes, by the way, she's a 54-year-old rapper named Yo Mama. Okay, and if I can describe her rapping, it will be she crawled. So if you watch Love and Hip Hop Miami, she crawled. So what is her name? Hold on, y'all. Okay, so again, as I was stating, she crawled. Yo Mama is her rap. It's her rap stage name. She crawled so the Pinky Doll of the worlds can walk. Okay. It looks like karaoke, but, she had a little performance. And, again, it looked a lot like karaoke, but okay. So, apparently, she said that she read a paper, I guess, from the Department of such and such, and said that he has 999 years, but he said he had 6 months. And I was like, somebody's lying, okay? So, she somehow thinks that the correctional facility in a state of has information that is mixed up with a 77-year-old man who actually has 999 years. So Joe, I think his name was Joe. It was one of her friends. So she had a group of friends with her. He tells her, that man is lying like a lawyer and like a rug. Okay. And he tells her also, listen, all jailbirds want pen pals. And she is just really appalled by her friend Joe calling him a jailbird. But lady, he is a jailbird. Okay? He is absolutely a jailbird. Monique and Titus. So remember the ex that she had on whatever season that was. I remember the little short guy with the plaits or the dreads or whatever he had. He got a restraining order on her because her and her sister had a fight with his trans sister. According to the word on the street, he has not fully developed as a woman. So technically, he is still a man who had a fight with women. Okay? That's what the people say. She lets us know that her sisters know about Titus, but they don't know the extent of her and Titus' situation. So they don't know she went and found her another jailbird. Girl, you ain't gonna never learn. So they asked Titus, what was his intention. So they talk on the phone with him. They find out, all of the things, talk on the phone with him, want to know what was his intentions. And he couldn't even answer the question because his intention is to use this lady until he can use her up. Okay? So Titus is lying to the baby mama because I think he said him and his baby mama was cool and whatnot. And I felt like he was definitely still dealing with that baby mama, and that lady is still sending stuff on his books because he said he needed to, when he get out, he needed to go take care of his son. I thought he said his mom, but it seems as though he said his baby mom. And I'm just like, girl, y'all just determined to keep the bare minimum in your life, but enjoy the little life while you can. Okay? So we get to Goddess. Goddess is meeting up with Damon's mom. And I was like, so you want her to meet your mom, but you couldn't have give her the same courtesy to actually meet her daughter's father and his dad over the phone? I got a problem with that. But whatever. She meets up with his mom. So the mama came with that wave, what is it? It's a wave wig. Okay, when y'all have them short finger wave wigs, girl, I was like, you could have got you a 27-piece, sis. It would have been very cute. All right. So she gives me drug dealer's mother. Okay. Not only that, I feel like when I looked at that mama, I feel like she upholds her son in all of his BS. I just looked at her and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to give her the benefit of the doubt because I do feel like she upholds him in all of his BS. All right. So we meet Bonita. Okay. Bonita is actually Damon's baby's mom. That's the one he want him, her, and Gigi to be a throuple. Okay. Anyway, Bonita is into nature. She's big on astrology. She has a juicy business and she does body sculpting. And I was like, oh, okay. And she's also a bartender and she makes penis waffles. Okay. I was like, okay, girl. Okay, on her entrepreneurial. Okay. So she said when she first met him, she felt like she lucked up, and she also told her best friend because her best friend they were doing a juicing event or somewhere. She was selling her juicing juices or whatever, and she tells her best friend or whatever business partner, I don't know who the girl was, whenever Damon comes home, she wants to have another kid, and I'm like, you already have 2 for him. Why do you want to have another one? Because you think you want to give him a boy. Lady, if you don't get the entire hell out of my face with this, I know something. So she said that they've been together 7 years off and on. So you already know what this meant. He did whatever he wanted to do. It just sounds toxic already. She said that they have been engaged for 4 or 5 years. How can you be engaged for somebody for 4 or 5 years and y'all ain't been together regular for 7 years? Like, make that make sense to me. But she's gonna stick with the bare minimum. Okay? So apparently the mom wants his mom to give the ladies a message. He want his mom to let Gigi know that he's coming home to her, but let Bonita know they pushed his date back, and his mom want him to be with Gigi because him and Bonita are too toxic. But of course, as she stated, I have my son's back. Of course you do. Of course you do. Of course you do. Okay, I told y'all that this mama wasn't shit. Okay, she is an enabler, and she knew that his pissy tail jailbird ass nigga is running amok and trying to run amok with these ladies, and she's gonna allow him to. So anyway, moving along, Justin wants Emily to marry him in August. Like, I think this is the summertime, and he wants her to. Why do you want her to be permanently legally attached to you, and you are still dealing with legalities? Okay, you can't even see the parole board. That's been extended until next year October. But somehow you want this lady to attach herself to you permanently. Justin, no. Okay, I would. Yeah, no, sir. No, sir. Okay? And so her John is there. So they had to do a lineup, because they back at the legal brothel. Okay? And so whenever there's a customer, the lady ring the bell. Okay? Ding, ding, ding. Okay, when you come, y'all gotta come out and line up so the dude can pick who he want to, finagle with. All right. So back with Aisha and them ramen noodles. Yeah, they look like she had a little ramen noodle situation on her head, but whatever. Do you, sister? So Aisha tell her people that I'm sorry. Aisha tells her friend that she had read some type of paper and that it said that he was going to be in prison for 999 years. She felt like that he's worth waiting for, and I'm like, that means he's never going to get out. She feels like she wants to actually go visit him, and she's going to meet his aunt because she wants to see his acres. Okay, so he's not even going to enjoy the acres if he's locked up for 999 years, girl. Y'all so doggone delusional. But she said she want to fight for him. She want to get him an attorney. And I just don't know. When I tell y'all every Friday, you have to stress me out. And I mean, this has just been the second Friday. Y'all have definitely stressed me out. Okay? So, Jay is Aisha's friend or business manager or whatever. He has been on Aisha's ass. I want to point that out. Jay thinks Michael is covering up documents. Okay? I don't know how you can do that. If anybody want to let me know if that's true or not, drop it down in my comments. I don't know how that type of stuff works. Okay? Anyway, we see Gigi. She met up with Damon's mom, okay? And I'm just looking at this lady like this lady ain't shit for real with these dry ass thrifty wigs, okay? She ain't shit. So she tells Gigi that she has to get a U-Haul and grab his things from Bonita's house. And I just was looking at Gigi like, poor Gigi, she just... Oh, girl, you let this man in on your life. You are in for a surprise. When y'all don't understand that God is really trying to tell y'all something when he blocked things and stopped things and, show you things right to your face. I mean, he just handed over like a little platter. And guess what? Y'all be like Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles. I can't see it. And it be right there in front of y'all. And y'all choose not to want to see the BS for what it is. I'm just saying. And it's not even the young girls. It's these old bitches. Like, it's... Girl, y'all gotta do better. Child. Anyway, Emily we get back to Emily. When I say y'all, this lineup gave Met all day long. Okay. Child, why did I write Methodist? This because I didn't want to say Met. Okay. Methamphetamine. This line gave methamphetamine. Okay. I didn't see them do a DC, which is called a check where they check the and all of the things. They didn't do none of that. Okay, you just took the man in a room. Then your man called. He got mad because you had you had your John. Like, this lady got to make her money. You can't give her. You can't pay her. Okay, I really do think that Justin wanted to marry Emily, so he feels like, I guess, a way for him to have some sort of say so over her life because they are married. And I just don't feel like Emily should marry him. I just don't. I hope she don't. I have been added to the Love During Lockup Facebook group. I haven't really been venturing in it to kind of find out what's going on, but I've been added, okay, in that Facebook group. I actually need to add my Facebook onto here as well. Once I change up my Facebook, then I add it on my YouTube page. But for now, y'all can catch me on Instagram. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Threads, and Twitter. Okay, Q1J TV. I guess I'm a really put all that stuff up there. Anyway, so yes, Monique, child. So Monique tell her sisters, them talking to Titus may have upset him, and because they let her know about him and his business, unfinished business, whatever he had going on with his baby mama, and they feel like he is not to be trusted. But of course, she fights against her sisters, and they actually want to protect her, but she constantly wants to protect niggas who all they want to do is just really use her, in my opinion. And I did have a question. Okay, so when I was over in the live earlier, my question was, and y'all can answer this in the comments, do y'all think that Monique is playing all of this up for the cameras, or is this lady really insecure, and all of the women, to the point where they have to find love over here? And I'm not saying that meeting somebody that's locked up is a bad thing. I'm saying that you can't get anything out of this situation, and it's just not a good look. It's not a good look. And so I do feel like her returning again, partially I feel like it's her playing up for the cameras, because somehow she's kind of fading away out in the media. So now she's back. Okay, that's how I feel about it. I do also feel like there's a lot of insecurities there. I think she has a backstory. I really don't know her backstory like that. We talked about it in a live, but I totally forgot what it was, like all of these other women. And it's just the delusion. It is the delusion that these women carry to have these relationships. And I'm just like, why? Like, why is these relationships, why being in a relationship that you cannot gather anything from? Why are those things important to you? Because to me, it feels like he's not cheating on me because he's locked up in a box. Ma'am, this man will tell you anything and could sell a dream and have many and plenty of hoes visiting him. You just may be the Tuesday hoe that's coming to visit him. Please remember that. Okay, don't be stupid. So if you out there that's watching my review and looking for somebody to get into a relationship with and be a pen pal with, think about it. You can't get nothing from it. You know, anyway, Monique says she is not a child and they don't need to be treating her like she a child, but you acting like one yet once again. And then she goes into the store or whatever, into that little shop, and she just slip and fell, and I'm just like, here we go. And then that's where the episode ended. Okay, this is where the episode ended, y'all. I'm so sick and tired and sick, okay, of this shit. But I will say this. This show is thoroughly entertaining. I have never seen anything like this. Again, y'all, I have never watched this show, so I didn't know what to expect, you know. Anyway, y'all, that's all I got. Okay. Okay, I can't pull out no more. All right. So, y'all, this is your girl Kiwan reminding you to keep showing up, keep growing, stay true to yourself, and I will catch y'all in the next video. All right. Bye.